Search Assistant found a package of 19 Jamba Juices that you can buy with as little as $65,000 down and net $267,000 per year after making your loan payment. That assumes you use a 10-year, 11.5%, 2.5% down SBA loan, buy this $2.6 million business that's advertising $700,000 in annual cash flow. Those that have following us for a while know that we typically like packages of locations for more retail-oriented businesses as opposed to just one-off locations. Usually one store just doesn't make enough money to really be worth the time or effort to go through and buying that business. And buying multiple locations also increases your odds of getting accepted by the landlord, because if you buy a one-off location, they're just going to look at you personally as the guarantor. If you're buying, say, this 19-store package, you can use all 19 stores to guarantee the leases, and the landlords will be much more comfortable with that structure. But negotiating 19 leases as a part of this turnover just sounds like an absolute nightmare. Landlords are by far the biggest pain in the ass, the worst part of doing a transaction, and to multiply that times 19, that it's just so likely that there's just going to be one holdout or one landlord that's just going to really stand their grounds and make this deal difficult to get done. And then looking at this particular business also, profits per store are really low. The cash flow is only around $37,000 per store. So after your loan, it's about $14,000, and then probably after taxes, it's about $10,000. I'm not sure that each store is going to be worth, 10 grand is not worth the headaches that come with owning a store, even when you have management in place and a regional manager. One thing that's interesting about this package, especially this franchise, is that there probably are a mix of like highly profitable stores within this package and even money losing stores in this package. So it would be pretty easy to go in and just cut out the 5 or 6 stores that are losing money, which I bet there are some, and your cash flow could go up by $200,000 per year, because that's just going to flow straight to your bottom line. Now the problem is that's way easier said than done, because each of those stores that's underperforming is going to have a lease that you're going to have some type of penalty if you try to get out of it. You can maybe negotiate terms with the landlord, say I'll give you the next year's rent if you let me out of the 10-year lease, or you try to make some deal. We'll have to look at it to see what would be acceptable, but you can't just shut the store down. And the same with the franchise. You have a contract with the franchise. You can't just shut the store down that's underperforming. So it would be nice if you could go in and do that, and there might be some ability to do that. So if you buy one that is already towards the end of its lease, or if you can somehow work it out with the franchise to close it down, that's going to be an immediate flow to your bottom line. The literal definition of addition by subtraction. So check out our search assistant if you want to find more businesses like this one.